This is the City Skyline project using Chrome Canvas. First thing you're going to do is go to Google Images and type in black and white skyline Chicago or black and white skyline New York. And you want to find a skyline that's black and white so that you can easily trace it. Make sure you save it to your computer. And then you're going to open up Chrome Canvas and you're going to do New from Image, Photo Library, find that photo and click on it, and it should open up into Chrome Canvas. I'm going to size it, and then I'm going to make a new layer, or if you click on layers, you might see that there's already a sketch layer there. If there is, then leave it. And you need to make sure you select on that sketch layer. So you should be on the sketch layer, which is above the image, and if you don't have one, just make one. Now on this sketch layer, I'm going to use the marker as my brush, and I'm going to choose black. You want the size to be relatively small, but not too small. You can kind of adjust it and see how you feel. I'm going to now trace the city skyline using the marker tool. Now keep in mind, this is not Photoshop, this is Chrome Canvas, so you're not going to really be able to trace it using straight lines. That's okay. When you go back to school and you use the real Photoshop, the full version, you'll be able to. The idea here is just that you know what you're doing. So you're going to trace as much as you can, and when you are done tracing, you're going to go back to that image layer and shut the eyeball off. By shutting the eyeball off, you can see what you've done. And then you can keep the eyeball off. No reason to keep it on. So I'll speed this up so you can watch. So you'll see here, I'm going to click on my layers. I'm going to hit the eyeball next to the image so I can see what I've done. And then I'm going to start coloring it in. I'll speed this up as well. Okay, so now comes the time to make a background. Now, if you were using Adobe Photoshop or regular Photoshop, you'd be able to put an image in the background, but you can't do that with Chrome Canvas, unfortunately. So you will have to create your own background. And here's what you're going to click on the layers, and you're going to add a new layer. Hit the plus. The new layer is going to automatically, by default, it's going to be on top. You need to move this blank layer and drag it underneath your skyline. If you don't do that, what's going to happen is when you start coloring a background, it's going to cover up your buildings. But my sketch layer is underneath the layer where I drew the buildings. That's what you want. Then you need to select that layer. Make sure you click on it so it's selected. So you're on the blank sketch layer underneath, and then you go to your marker. You can choose your color either from the palette or go to the custom for more options. And you're going to choose a color. I'm going to use the marker tool. I'm going to make it pretty big, and I'm going to draw all over it. And you'll see in a second how it's going to look.